Well, hello everyone and welcome back to another beautiful day in Spakowo, Poland. We are in the beginning of March. The snow has just thawed. We are starting a bit later today because there was quite a lot of snow on the ground in the morning and the sun came out and it melted everything away. So our job for today is we're gonna have to tickle all the fields to loosen them up after snowy winter. It's always a pleasure to see. Whoa, look at that acrobatic dog. Have you ever seen your dog eat from the roof down? Crazy Charlie. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm way too excited about this dog. In any case, we gotta give some food to horses. And we gotta give some food to the cows. They are running very low. Everybody else seems to be doing pretty good. So let's go and take care of this. First of all, yeah, it's so good. It's so good when spring starts coming around. In any case, we have to start putting some things in the ground. That's probably gonna be in the second half of March. Because we gotta put in wheat or barley. We can do that in March and April. We gotta put some corn in. That's gonna be April, May. We gotta put some sunflowers. Again, March, April. And we gotta put some oat in. Where is oat? It's gonna be over here. It's also March and April. So yeah, I don't think it's gonna be a bad thing if we put it in a bit earlier this year, because then we have a longer window to harvest everything. I think I want to drop this. There should be a spike hidden. I'm gonna try and pull it out. I'm never getting my skid steer in there. Okay, this is not too heavy. Now watch me impale myself. Oh, this is my entrance. Silly paso. So yeah, with this we're gonna give all our remaining hay that we produced and we're gonna be all out. So I really gotta be careful with producing next batch of hay because I can't afford to go without again. Otherwise I'm gonna have to buy some feed again, which is the last thing I want to do, especially now that we have an extra field of what's it called, alfalfa. Alright, so we said horses and we said the cows. We're gonna give one bale to each. This bale should give the horses enough food for the rest of the year, but the cows definitely not. On the other hand, cows do get some extra meadow off of the grass that's growing inside the cow pen. Hello, beautifuls. Ladies, yeah. Wow, that was a long tongue. Okay, be careful so you don't get spiked. Alright, straw is still plenty good, so no problems there. And next batch is gonna be horses. We also have some sheep ready to be sold. which means that we're gonna have to start thinking about transferring them to the animal dealer. Okay, beautiful. And the horse feed, if I show you real quick, the horse feed is, so now we have plenty of hay, but base food is down to 338, which I think is gonna last them not very long. While we're talking about horses, I have put out an ad for horses. Well, basically a horse. It's gonna be a youther that gets sold, and I'm waiting for a reply, and if anybody's interested, I think the going price is around 1,600, which feels to be a decent price for a horse like this. I'm thinking if it's better to put some fertilizer on the ground before I start tickling the soil. No, I think not. I think it's gonna be better to actually do the cultivation first, or the tickling. And then we can put some fertilizer on the ground, and after that, if we go over with the seeder, it's gonna turn the soil over and it's gonna be nicely dug into the ground, so it doesn't wash away in the first rain. Right, so this job shouldn't really take too long. I'm gonna set cruise control to about 12 kilometers an hour. That's gonna be plenty. And the gear is gonna be low range, 4th gear. Yeah, so this is gonna make a nice seed bed. What are you doing there, Charlie? Lollygagging about. I don't know. Everything I say today comes out kind of dumb. Come on, Charlie, move away. Fearless dog. And yeah, I did check the weather report, and it's supposed to be raining for the rest of the day until 1 or 2 a.m. so it's, yeah, it's gonna be raining throughout, and I'm gonna probably come back muddy as hell. Look at this. I don't even have to reverse. Awesome. Yeah, seems I'm getting quite stuck in the mud. Yeah, let's try this again. Yeah, you can see the tire spinning. Nothing's happening. Even if I lift the tickler. Alright. I think it's time to change for a 4x4 tractor. I honestly did not expect this to be as difficult. Shoot. Two. I'll use the oldest trick in the box to jiggle the tractor and get some momentum going for us to dig ourselves out. Yeah, this would be a disaster. Alright. So the weather is throwing a wrench into my operation today. Thankfully I was able to get the tractor out. I was unsure for a moment there if it's gonna be successful. I'm gonna have to get a tow chain and tow it out. Let's just finish this part while we're here. This is where I dare to do it because it's right next to the road. Alrighty, well. Alright, noted. Now the newer Zeta does have row crop tires on, which are not probably the best suited for this work, I think. Yeah, look at all the mud. I'm not putting you in the barn with tires like these. You are not allowed. Alright, well, why don't we try with the 4x4? That's why we have it. Isn't that right? And this really was not expected. Granted, I haven't done any cultivation jobs or anything like that in the rain until now, so yeah, I had no experience. And I did not think about the fact that we are actually working in open soil, you know. And open soil, when it gets rained upon, turns into mud. And what does mud do? Creates problems. It lowers traction. It gives you all kind of issues. Now let's let's watch everybody how this tractor gets stuck in the mud. Like for real. We have to call the tow truck or whatever kind of service that would help us get out. Okay, let's get down to 12 kilometers an hour. look at the hole we dug. And these tires are already full of mud. I'm kind of wary driving into this. Okay, let's give it a shot, why don't we? Even this tractor has issues. Yikes. It's difficult to control it because it just goes wherever it wants, and you have to adjust for the pull. Well, at least it goes, you know, in contrast with the old Zitter, which was just spinning tires. This is pretty good. Alright, let's push on. I can already see this is gonna be a fun day. Yeah, it's still raining without any signs of stopping. As I said, it's gonna go up until 1 AM. And we are finishing the field that had the corn in previously, the biggest field we have. So yeah, we kept on mudding through and we didn't get stuck. This is a great result. Mudding by myself, I hope you understand. I don't want to be your mudding man. But yeah, this is probably gonna be the last little pass, and we can call this job done. Amazing. Well, I'm gonna make my way back to the farm. I can turn off the lights. I'm gonna make my way back to the farm. I'm gonna wash the tractor off to get the mud off, and then we're gonna connect to the animal transport trailer. We're gonna sort out the animals so we have more time to do fertilizing and seeding in the next episode. So this is why I want to make sure that I take everything out as I can. It's so warm outside that I'm gonna have to take my coat off. Otherwise I'm gonna be as wet as the weather is outside. But first, washing time. I'm gonna keep the tractor running. Righty, our trusty pressure washer. Yeah, get all that mud off. It's okay to drop mud here because it gets absorbed into the ground, so yeah, there's no issues in that. I should gravel this part, shouldn't I? Yeah, I think I should. If I'm trying to, you know, give a nice tourist farm feeling, I should definitely gravel all that and all this. But that's gonna be a job for next time when we have nothing better to do. Fuel. No fuel. Gonna sort out the fuel next time. Everything is going to be done next time. Starting to sound like a trend. I'm gonna put this behind here so it's nicely out of the way. And then I think I have 5 sheep to transport. I'm gonna take the big animal transport trailer so I don't have to make 2 trips. Oh, look at that. The greenhouse is out of manure. It's probably definitely not out of water. You know, because we have the rain filling it up as we speak. And this is gonna be a bit more challenging to park in the right way. Probably gonna have to park it a bit further off in front and use a leash of some sort for each animal to take it into the trailer and then keep it in there until I can close it up. Okay, let's have eyes on the back. Alright, this is as far as I'm... Yeah, I can go a meter more backwards and enough. Okay. Look at this. Tight as a tiger. Anyway, let's load it up. Alrighty, so we have Moody, Nevada. And we have Cute Nemo, Neptune, and Flipper. So we could technically transport them in the smaller trailer because there's only 4. I don't know why I had in mind that it's gonna be 5 of them. But that's completely fine because I'm gonna have them at least undercover and in the dry. Only 1? What about the others? Moody, Nevada, Neptune, and Flipper. Move selected. Yes. Alrighty. Beautiful. Okay, closing this up, and on the way we go. Okay, this isn't gonna make the turn. I'll have to reverse. and we'll see you at the animal dealers. Look at how much water is on the road. Yeah, color me surprised. I don't think I remember so much water on the ground. Considering it's raining for most of the day already and it's still gonna last for 15 to 24 years, 9-10 hours at least. I really hope there aren't gonna be any floods, because the soil can absorb only so much, you know. Until everything starts spilling over. Alright, let's go unload our ladies. I wonder. And 887. 78. Not too bad. For 4 beautiful sheep. Okay, well, only away. Well, our transport back and parking the trailer awaits. So I don't think that's anything exciting. Wow, look at the roads shining. It's like they are real waterways. It's like we're in Venice. We don't have roads, we have canals. Yeah, there's so much water on the ground. I'm not worried of slipping off the road, because these tractor tires, they handle wetness very well. But it's just, I don't know, I'm just taken aback by this. In any case, thank you all for watching. Hope you had fun, and join me next time where we continue the adventure, and then we'll see what happens. We're probably gonna be throwing some fertilizer on the ground, and I hopefully am gonna be able to put some seed in the ground, so that's all taken care of by the end of March, and we can start thinking about maybe grass work in April, or possibly April is gonna be a good month to put the other crops in that we can't put them in March. At least the fields are gonna be prepared for sowing and planting, so we got that going for us. Yeah, again, thank you all, and see you next time. Take care, and goodbye.